Hi, my name is Tracy Drake, and I'm a doctorate student at Liberty University. I am pursuing my degree in philosophy of history and have plans to graduate as a historian. I chose to research hieroglyphics because I was interested to learn about the first form of written communication. I teach English language arts, so I teach reading and writing skills to middle schoolers every day. So choosing hieroglyphics as my research topic was an easy choice for me. My key research question was, how did the ancient Egyptians develop hieroglyphics? This question is significant because ancient Egyptians were the first humans where there is proof to have recorded a written language. Hieroglyphics proved to be a difficult language to decipher because hieroglyphics serve different purposes and are a combination of languages, Demonic, Greek, and Latin. Some hieroglyphics were ideograms, pictures with symbols, that communicated ideas, while others were letters that produced sounds to make up words. Most of my research came from secondary book sources written about hieroglyphics in the ancient Egyptian languages. I did have a good many secondary article sources that have good information. However, I struggled to use as many primary sources as I would have liked to have used. I suppose usable primary sources were difficult to find because hieroglyphics were not written or read by just anyone. Also, most primary sources that I found were about the ancient Egyptian culture, not hieroglyphics. For example, I was able to view a lot of artifacts that gave me information about the culture, but not a lot of examples of hieroglyphics. To complete my research, I used a textual and material culture analysis method. A lot of studies have been completed over the ancient Egyptian culture. The evidence showed that ancient Egyptians developed the first written record of language, hieroglyphics. However, their methods of writing proved to be quite complex, involving multiple languages and scripts. The Rosetta Stone allowed people centuries later to translate hieroglyphics. Yet decoders Thomas Young and Jean-François Champollion proved that hieroglyphics could represent a picture, an ideogram, or a letter that produces a sound. The evidence showed that while many credit Champollion with being the first to decipher hieroglyphics, critics claim that if it were not for Young's work translating the cartouches, then Champollion would not have had the success that he had. According to author Andrew Robinson, Champollion read Young's work that was published in the Encyclopedia Britannica in 1819. However, author Rumford reported that much of what Young deciphered was incorrect. Champollion discovered that the pictures were sounds too. Quote, not single letters, but syllables, even whole words. Hieroglyphic writing reads in three forms: hieroglyphic, which are picture writing; hieratic, which is a simplified form of hieroglyphics; and demonic, which is abbreviated form of hieratic. Ferguson explained that to complicate transcribing further, a hieroglyphic symbol may be an ideograph or may represent a sound, and in the latter case, it may represent either a syllable or a letter. Hieroglyphics remain a fascination with our world today. In fact, recently, game makers created a game called HieroQuest, which teaches hieroglyphics. And authors have compiled a series of futuristic short stories that use hieroglyphics. Hieroglyphics are still making an impact in today's society. After completing my research, I still wonder if Egyptians intended for their hieroglyphics to be understood by the common person, or if it was intentionally written so that it couldn't be decoded. I also wondered if other cultures, like the Mayans, who used hieroglyphics, derived from the Egyptians, or if they created their own form of written language. My first question will probably remain a mystery, whereas my second question could be answered by doing additional research. Thank you for listening to my video defense, and have a great afternoon.